Hello, friends. So, today I want to talk to you about when things don't go as planned. Now, I had something totally different that I was going to talk to you about today. I was also going to make this video much earlier today. None of that happened. And the reason for that is because my schedule changed. I was invited to an event that one of my good friends held today, and he was actually speaking at. Unfortunately, I was not able to stay the entire time and actually see him speak, but I was able to go to the event and see some other great speakers, and I also made some great connections. I made a new friend today while I was there. So that kind of inspired me to, not kind of, it did inspire me to actually change the subject of my video to the unexpected, because that happens quite often in our lives. You'll have something planned out. You'll have an idea of what you want to do for the day, what you have planned, and things will pop up, sometimes by your choice, and then it completely changes the trajectory of your day. Other times, not by your choice, and it just kind of happens. And this is something that I have learned kind of how to deal with. You know, when things don't go as planned and you have to make changes, it can be overwhelming. It can cause anxiety and a little bit of panic. And I have always been a very anxious person. And so things like that, if I had, not that I was a very super organized, schedule-oriented person, but if I had an idea of how something was supposed to go, an idea of how I wanted something to go, or a plan in place and something messed that up, or it went totally different than how I wanted it to go, I would panic, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, okay, what am I gonna do? You know, I would just kind of freak out a little bit, which sounds silly, but in the heat of the moment, that's just the egoic mind takes over, and that's what it does. It causes panic. And I have learned, really just in the past few months, I've realized that I was like that. And once you're aware of something, you have the ability to change it. And I decided I didn't want to panic every time, because life does things like that so often, where it will flip the script on you. What's the sense in panicking all the time? Instead of panicking and using up so much of that exhausting energy, you could instead take that energy and figure out a new plan that will work in your favor, that will work for you, or at least will cause much less anxiety for you. And then you can focus on what's next. When you're not burning up so much energy and focus and clouding your brain with that chaos, you're able to indulge in the moment more. You're able to come up with a more clear solution. So that's really all I wanted to talk about today, to see if I can help others become more aware of themselves when that begins to happen. Because I know I'm not the only person where something changes. Even if it's my choice, it still changes my day. I had other things planned. I had other things to get done. And it's my responsibility to figure out how I can still manage that, or what I want to do in order to make this work a little bit better for me, so that I can do all the things that I do want to do, instead of panicking and being anxious over them. So next time something goes completely off course for you, notice it. Realize how you're feeling. And if you feel like you're panicking or feeling very anxious over it, recognize that, accept it. It's okay that that's happening, but don't dwell in it. Don't hold on to it. Instead, shift it. take control, because that's your mind taking control over you when you stay in that anxious panic state. It's your life. It's your mind. You take control of it and you decide, okay, so this is what's happening now. I accept this. All right, what do I want to do now so that I don't feel quite so panicked? What can I do to have some sort of control of my own life since this change happened that I was not expecting? I hope this helps somebody. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful evening.